Well, that was a little bit disappointing. Welcome to Palace to the Core. My name is Stephen Dawes. Thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to be talking about the Everton Crystal Palace game. So I'm going to be doing spoilers and everything else. So if you haven't seen the game yet, do go and watch it, and then come back and hear what I have to say. I was a little bit worried about this game because obviously Doucouré was suspended because he had got his 5th yellow card, and I knew we were going to struggle because Doucouré has been such a huge influence in the middle there. And Patrick Vieira decided to go with Luca, who I don't think he's got what it takes to do that in the middle. You know, certainly not anymore. But I'll get onto that in a moment. But anyway, so Luca came in, and apart from that, I thought that we might be okay. I thought, you know, we might have enough to see off Everton. I thought that we might be able to get a result and or at least get a point, because I thought that, you know, with our counter-attacking abilities and with the strength that we have up front in terms of the ability we've got, I thought that we might be able to snatch a point at the very least. It was one of those games, really. You know, we were trying to move the ball forward, but the trouble with the situation that we had without Doucouré, the ball wasn't really being passed through the middle very well. When it was being passed through, it was coming back through the middle, especially through the middle, very quickly and very easily. Everton had very little trouble getting through the midfield, and they started to create more chances than we did. And although they weren't, you know, it wasn't the best display you've ever seen from Everton, I think that we weren't really creating enough chances to even get a goal. I think, you know, we had a couple of half chances in the first half and the second half, but overall I thought the game was very, very slow. I don't think we had the you know, the tempo that we had, especially in the second half against Wolves. I thought second half against Wolves, we were playing with a really great tempo. We had a lot of time on the ball. We were able to pass the ball really well, and that just escaped us again this time round against Everton. And I was hoping that it would be one of those. First half we weren't too good. Second half would come out and be a lot better. The problem with that is, of course, relying on that is that sometimes you don't come out better. And in this instance, we didn't. Unfortunately, we didn't create a huge amount in the second half either, and it led to us conceding. Well, we conceded a goal after 10 minutes from Everton, which was a bit of a blow for us. And really, Everton looked like they were in control of the game. I mean, we had certain periods where we had a bit of possession and we were able to pass the ball around, but for the most part, they were the better team, I think, in the end. And I think, you know, for me, the biggest issue for me was Doucouré, you know, because not having him in the middle, I mean, if anyone's in any doubt about what he brings to the game, yesterday was a complete eye-opener in terms of what he brings to the game. I mean, he is so influential in the middle. He breaks up so much. And, you know, and I've said at times, I think he you know, he can't cope with everything that comes at him. He's only one man in the middle. And when you've got you've got Eze and you've got Elise on the wings, but obviously they're trying to get forward and create something. You've got people who are coming the other way, and yes, they do try and track back and get their foot in and stuff like that. But most of it comes through the middle, through Doucouré, and he does a fantastic job trying to break up the play and also get the ball and move it forward. But yesterday, because he wasn't there, we just didn't have the midfield strength that we needed. And that was one of the biggest problems we had. The back four were okay. I mean, you know, they had good spells, but at times they were a little bit flaky. Up forward, in the forwards, I think, you know, Zaha had a quiet game. He was being marked really well. AU were trying, but again, didn't really produce very much. Edouard up front was, again, you know, he tried his best, but he wasn't getting the service. None of the three forwards was getting the service that they needed to create enough chances. And it was disappointing, to be fair. It was disappointing, but I knew that this could happen because obviously we didn't have Doucouré. And, you know, when we are light in the middle, we're light in several areas of the pitch at the moment. And And when you have one of your best midfielders out of the game, you are going to struggle. And I think that that's the situation at the moment. We just don't have enough strength in depth to be able to get ourselves out of these situations when we have these problems. I mean, thankfully, Patrick Vieira said that Nathan Ferguson should be back after the winter break, so that will be a good thing. What he's hoping that he'll be fit and ready to compete for places after the winter break, so that's one good thing. James McCarthy is looks like he's doing well. He's on the pitch now and he's training, so hopefully he'll be back. So that's it really. It was a bit of a short review because obviously there isn't a huge amount to talk about, but let me know what you think down in the comment section below. 3-0 is a difficult result to take. The last goal especially, I think we just ran out of ideas at that point and we weren't able to get the result that we wanted. But I think we should just put it behind us and hopefully move on to Southampton at the weekend, and we'll have a better game against them. We'll have Doucouré back then, so hopefully at least then will be a bit more substantial in the middle. Let me know your thoughts though. What do you think about the situation? Do you think, well, obviously, I think a lot of people think that we need more players coming in. I'm going to be doing a video today about a potential player that we could be after, so don't forget to stick about for that. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do subscribe so that you'll get notified when that video comes out. Let me know what you think.